I'm going to go ahead and go over the study guide with you guys and provide you with the answers to the study guide. You are obviously not required to have these on your paper, but it will help you study for the test. I mean, I am giving you the answers to the test or to the quiz, but if you do not have a copy, as I mentioned to you last class period, I'm not providing extra copies since I'm not going to be taking these up for a grade. So we're just going to go through each one of the 15 questions. I'll provide maybe a little bit of rationale why each answer is what it is. So you're welcome to mark these on your study guide if you have them out. So number one, when describing the roles and powers of the president, what would best replace the question mark in the chart? The correct answer is the ways the executive branch influences policymaking. Those were the four things we talked about last class period: proposing legislation, appealing directly to the people, approving or vetoing, and then appointing officials who carry out laws. Number two, President Barack Obama's presentation of the State of the Union address is how the president proposes legislation to Congress. Correct answer is B. The State of the Union is kind of where the president will take a look at the past year, kind of take a look at the present, and then what his plans are for the future. And usually those plans are some type of agenda with legislation that he may propose to Congress. Number three, in addition to the president, who else in the executive branch has the power to interpret and execute the laws? Your key word here is executive branch. Out of those choices, there are only cabinet departments and agencies in the executive branch. Interest groups and lobbyists are legislative, Supreme Court is judicial, and special committees and regulatory groups is not really something we talk about much other than the regulatory groups, which is part of the executive branch, but special committees are not. They are part of Congress. Number four, the person in the picture is the president giving the State of the Union address. I've highlighted Congress because that's your key word. In this situation, the president is acting as the C, chief legislator, because it's a speech he gives to Congress. Number five, not a characteristic of the executive branch. The correct answer is A, approving the annual budget. If it said preparing the annual budget, that would not be correct. But Congress approves, so the correct answer is A, because that's not something the president does. Number six, which power does the president exercise as the ceremonial head of government? Ceremonial is something where he doesn't have a whole bunch of power, chief of state. Seven, what power does the president exercise when making treaties with other countries? Other countries is your key word here, so it would be C, chief diplomat. Number eight, what is the job of the president's cabinet members? They help carry out the laws. Help being your key word there, like we talked about in the notes. Number nine, in the years since the Constitution was ratified, the power of the president has decreased, so it's gotten he's had more power. Number 10, which of the following are the duties and responsibilities of the executive branch? I've highlighted the three: prepare the budget, appoint federal judges, and carry out the law. Declaring war and regulating trade are both congressional powers, and reviewing the constitutionality of laws is judicial. Number 11, what is the power of the president? He executes the laws. 12, what is the president's job in the lawmaking process? He signs the bill into law. 13, what power does the president exercise when ordering soldiers into battle? Soldiers into battle is your key word. It would be commander-in-chief. 14, if the president does not agree with a law passed by Congress, the president may A, veto the law. And 15, the president of the United States signs a bill into law. The role of the president being shown is A, chief legislator, signing the bill into law would be your key words.